Hey everyone, James here, and today I'm going to take a look at the Elebase battery case for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. If you're like me and use your phone as much as I do, then you know how important it is that your phone has plenty of juice to make it through your day, and I'm sure you know the feeling of dread when your phone's about to die and your day's not over yet. While the Galaxy Note 9 offers fast charging, there are times when a wall charger is just not an option. For years, I've carried around spare batteries, battery packs, and USB cables to make sure that I have enough power for my phone. This is one of the main reasons I got the Note 9 with its impressive 4,000 mAh internal battery. While it has lasted longer than any of my previous phones, I still find there's times when I need to charge the phone before the end of my day. This is when I came across the Elebase battery case. Since the case is also a battery, it eliminates the need to carry around an extra battery pack and USB cable. Plus, with its advertised 5,000 mAh lithium-ion polymer battery, in theory, it can more than double the amount of time needed before I have to plug the phone into the wall. The Elebase Note 9 battery case is available on Amazon. It comes in both black and blue. Through the front of the box, you can see the case's back, LED charge indicators, and part of the power button. If we pick up the box and turn it over, the back lists all the various features and benefits that this case has to offer. If we go on to the side, we can see that the specs indicate that it has a 5,000 milliamp or 18.5 watt hour capacity, a charging input of 5 volts at 1.8 amps max, and an output of 5 volts at 1.5 amps max. Per the listing on Amazon, it should only take 2 to 3 hours to fully charge the battery. Since the output is only 1.5 amps though, my guess is that this will not fast charge the device. Since this case is a battery pack, data pass-through will not work, meaning that if you plan to connect your phone to a computer and sync your files, you'll need to remove the phone from the case. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. Alright, inside the box we have here is the battery case, and it looks like the set of instructions. Looking at the bottom, this case uses the same USB-C port that the phone does, so you'll be able to use the same charging cable that you use to charge your phone to charge the battery pack. If we look inside the case, the inside feels nice and soft, so that way there's a good chance that it's not going to scratch the back glass of your phone. It's also nice to see that the specs printed here at the bottom match the specs earlier on the outside of the box. Looking at the top, there's a hole that matches the hole for the phone. I believe that's a noise canceling speaker. And then if we look at the bottom, we have the holes for the auxiliary jack. Thank you, Samsung. The mic, the speaker, and the S Pen are all there. If we flip it over to the back, at the top we can see the opening for the cameras and the fingerprint scanner. And then at the bottom we can see the power button and the LED indicators. Let's go ahead and fit the phone into the case to see how it works. One thing that I do like to know is when you're putting the phone in the case, you want to make sure that that USB-C port fits in nicely into the phone. You don't want to force it. It'll go in nicely, kind of play with it a little bit, get it to line up. You'll see it fall in just like that. And then just give a slight push on the top and the phone fits in snugly. This case does add a little bit of weight, but it does not seem too much compared to the weight of a spare battery pack and a USB cable. The thickness is another matter. This thing is thick, roughly 19 millimeters or 3/4 of an inch thick. But again, this is still better than an extra battery pack, and I'm not worried about accidentally putting my phone in the pocket with a battery pack, screen against it, and accidentally breaking it because I'm not paying attention. If we take a look at the bottom, we can see that the holes in the case very nicely line up with the holes in the phone, the auxiliary port, the mic, the speaker, and the S Pen. And I can even still get the S Pen out with my thick fingers without any problems, as you can see here. Now with the back here, it's still got a good feel to it, and I can actually still reach the fingerprint scanner without any issues. However, those with smaller hands than I have are probably going to have a little bit of a hard time reaching the fingerprint scanner, so I recommend having a different form of unlock code or unlock method set up for the phone. Looking at the sides, well, the case does not extend past the screen. You can see the glass is actually sticking out there. It does on the top, and the bottom actually sticks out a little bit. So my guess is that while it offers similar protection to some other cases that are like this one, I don't know if I would be too reliant on the drop protection. I've not personally tested this. I'm not going to, and I wouldn't recommend it, especially because, like I said, on the sides, the glass actually extends past the case. However, a positive side that I did notice is when you plug the case in, not only is it charging the case, but it's also charging the phone at the same time. What's nice there is that you don't have to pull the phone out to charge the case. You can just plug them into your normal charger overnight, and everything should be fully completely charged by the time that you get up in the morning. Another thing to note, that the case does not have the items needed for the QI wireless charger, so if you like or prefer using wireless charging, it won't work with this case. This is going to be plugging it into the wall and using it that way. If you do want to go back to using wireless charging, you're going to need to take the phone out to charge the phone, and then the case will need to be plugged in just like any other battery case. So overall impression with the battery case is I like it. It is easy to hold. It's easy to use. Again, you just push the button at the bottom and it powers it up. It fits the phone very nicely. The buttons are still easily able to use. I can reach in my hand without any problem. And the biggest thing is it's going to give me the juice that I need to be able to get through my day without having to charge the phone and plug it in. Overall, it's really, really nice. The finish is nice. The color is nice. The only drawback that I could see for some people is going to be the weight and size. It is a little bit heavier and it is quite a bit bigger, but personally, those inconveniences aren't really that, and they outweigh having to carry around the battery pack and the USB cable. Especially again, now that I can actually go more than a day, possibly even 2 days before I need to plug this in.